Right, little message to the people of Ireland, and I have a story to back this one up. A little small story of 2018, and it's about the referendum of Ireland, when the Irish government gave its own people the opportunity choice to choose life or death, and they choose death when they bring abortion into Ireland. And we know a majority of these votes were fixed because some of these votes that came in, these people were known to be dead. So something wasn't right about that. Nevertheless, Ireland chose abortion. So 2018, I went to St Anthony's Catholic Church here in Liverpool, which you usually try to do on a Tuesday for the novena to St Anthony. And I remember after Mass, I went to the back and I spoke to the Catholic priest. And I said, "Father, would you mind if I could offer a Mass up for Ireland?" And the word he said to me, didn't have to tell him. He said, "Michael," he says, "because you can do it. You can offer a Mass up for any intention. You give a small little donation, and that donation goes to the priest, the church. Helps the priest out." So I said, "Can offer a Mass up for Ireland." And the word he said to me says, "Is this for the abortion that's coming in the bill? The abortion?" I said, "It is, Father, yeah." He said, "Michael," he said, "that's going to come in." And I was kind of a bit took back. I got surprised this priest was saying this to me. And the word he said to me, he said, "Michael, listen to him," he says. "I was back in Ireland the time they were supporting same-sex marriage. And the Irish people," this was American priest now, God bless him. He said, "the Irish people was mad for that at that time." I remember it, he says. He said, "They're going to get abortion. Abortion will come in." Now you imagine now, this is the time the votes wasn't even in this time. He already said this. He said, the Irish people will get what they want. He said, "But they're going to be very sorry," he said. "There's a consequence to pay," he says. He said, just like the time of Israel, he said, it's time of the Israelites, he says, when Moses rescued them out of slavery. He said, they got out. He said, what were they doing? They were complaining and moaning. And he said, "But God sending down manna from heaven, they still wasn't happy. And God gave them what they wanted again. And what were they doing? They were moaning, complaining. And then God didn't send a plague to them and all misfortunes and diseases." He said, "Ireland," he said, "are going to be very sorry for what they're voting in," he says. Look at the state of Ireland at this very moment in time. Look at the state of it. When the borders is open, all kinds of stuff is happening. I was a list of what coming in since that, didn't there? It's a big list of what come in since that. Ireland is weak at the moment. If you think for 1 second, Ireland, that your towns and nations, your land is going to find peace, it's never going to happen. Not while abortion is taking place. Look at comparative Ireland to Poland at the moment. You compare England to Poland. Look at Poland. Doesn't kill his own babies. Anyone who commits abortion, it's murder. The Pope teaches about that. If you look at Ireland now, from 2018 to right now we're in 2026, I've researched it, don't quote me on it, I could be wrong, it could be more. There's about 59 to 60,000 abortions in Ireland. That's no longer murder, which it is murder, but that's genocide. If you look in England or Ireland, the millions of babies are being aborted around the world. It's not genocide. That's human sacrifice also. That's murder. And don't give me all that, but what about women's rights? No such thing as women's rights. Anyone who kills an unborn baby, that's murder in the womb. And anyone who does that, they're never going to find peace within themselves until they seek the forgiveness and mercy of God. So anyone who has done that, I would advise you to go and seek forgiveness and mercy of God. Because I've heard of testimonies, and people actually tell me, people who committed abortion has never been so much depressed in their life for those who has committed it. But I'd take anything, ask God for forgiveness, because He is there waiting for you in the confession room. Ask Him for forgiveness, and you will be forgiven. Repent of the sin. And anyone who, like young girls or women, has these, the implants, control implants in their arms, or taking these off their morning pills, or stopping having children, This is human sacrifice. This is murder. Because we know what the Catholic Church teaches, that life begins at the moment of conception. And remember, that's what the church teaches. And also too, there's science that backs that up. And remember, all their science comes from God. So if anyone has committed abortion, I'd say, if anything, seek the mercy and forgiveness of God. Because let me tell you something, there's no difference you getting a gun and putting it to your head and blowing your brains out, metaphorically speaking. Because let me tell you something, you stand before God with that on your conscience. Murder of the unborn, the innocent in the mother's womb. You stand before God, you're in big trouble. Because as I said before, life is like a hotel. Today you'll be checking in, tomorrow you could be checking out. You just don't know the minute or the hour when you have to stand before God and give an account of your life. God bless and peace out. And I'd leave you with this, men of Ireland. Stand up. The only way you're going to fight and drive the snake back out of Ireland is through prayer and fasting and bring your families back to Mass. Because remember, fathers, you're the head of your family. You have to lead your family to church. And you wonder why the churches are closed down. Look, the seats are empty because no father is there. There's no one there bringing the children back to Mass. So God bless.